Hi, I want to talk to you today about 8 ways to be great in the face of rejection, because we know that that's part of the deal with this industry, right? It's part of the deal in life, but you have to really embrace it. You have to be great in network marketing. Now, we all know the very famous quote that some will, some won't, so what, someone's waiting. Well, when I decided to get on the right side of the right industry and I left my corporate job to become a distributor with For Life, there was a Platinum International Diamond that said something that resonated with me so much, and it's been so impactful throughout my time as a distributor in the field, and I want to share it with you today. He said, Kevin, we're not in the people convincing business. We're in the people filtering business. We are looking for those who are looking for us. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're out there and you're talking to people, and as you're trying to be great in the face of rejection, keep that in mind. We're looking for those who are looking for us, those who want a healthier lifestyle, those who are looking for alternative ways to increase their immune support, those who are looking for a business, whether it's going to be a part-time business, a full-time business, or a big-time business, right? They're looking for us. We're trying to filter through the rejections and the negativity to get to those people. So, first of all, rejection, it isn't permanent. Has your answer to something in life ever changed with change? So don't take it like just because it's no, that it means it's no forever. Sometimes in this industry, no is not right now. Second of all, it isn't personal. I think sometimes we take that. It's a relationship business, and we love the fact that it's a relationship business, but because of that, we're talking, especially with warm market, we're talking to friends and family and neighbors. And so we want them to see what we see. And so oftentimes we can take it personal when they say no or they reject us. They're not disrespecting our ancestry, our posterity. They're not, disrespecting who we are as a person. That friendship and that relationship can continue to coexist. They're just saying no because maybe they don't have the vision we have. But sometimes it just means not right now. So I know it's a simple and a basic thing, but I still believe in the traffic light theory that put them on your list. Red, stop. We know that that's that rejection, that it's probably, hey, filter on, right? Find the person who's looking for us. Yellow, maybe they just need to have some concerns overcome. Green, hey, let's get involved, get you in, and start running. The third step is show gratitude. Rejection, there's things that are worse than rejection, and I'll tell you what one of those is. It's just ignoring you. Have you ever reached out to somebody time and time again and they just ignore? At least when they reject, you can get to the bottom of what their concern might be. So show gratitude. When somebody tells me no, I'm always like, thank you. I appreciate you getting back to me. Because even if it's a permanent rejection and they're not going to ever come around, at least they had the respect for me and my time and my business to say, hey, no, thank you. But quite often, going back to it's not permanent most of the time, and sometimes people, change with change. Quite often, that rejection helps you identify what the concern is and get to the bottom of it. Show understanding. Empathy is key in this industry. People want to know that you understand where they're coming from. And so quite often, I just like to make sure that I'm never going to be condescending or belittle or try to, basically alienate the person because they have a rejection or concern. So empathy is going to be the key in being great in the face of rejection. Discover. That's open-ended questions. Find out really what it is that they're rejecting. Quite often rejections kind of come like onions, right? We all saw the movie Shrek, and there's layers, right? Well, that's kind of how rejection comes. They might tell you that this is what they're rejecting. Maybe if you peel it back and you discover, ask questions that are going to get to the core of what they're really concerned about, why it really isn't for them. Because we know that so many things in this industry, it's about a misconception. It's about a poor perception, that if we can just get to what that is it a pyramid scheme? Well, that's ridiculous, right? But we have to ask questions to get past that so we can move on. Confirm. That's a key one in being great in the face of rejection, because quite often we hear something and we internalize it how we are wired and how we think. And I tell you, so many times, this has been a key one for me. I'll say back what the rejection is. So this is what you're saying. Just confirm that that's what they're actually saying, because it shouldn't be our slant or our actual perception on it. We need to make sure that if we're going to be great, we need to confirm what they're saying. So repeat back. So let me understand, this is what you're saying. When you find those concerns, make sure it's their concern and not what you're labeling their concern to be. There's a big difference there. Show value. You want to make sure they know that this is something where you're together building people. You want to do this with them. You want to do this for them, and show value to what we have to offer. Sometimes that comes with borrowed credibility. It happened a lot in my beginning in this industry. As you're creating your story, my story wasn't all that impressive. Hey, I left the corporate office of For Life and I'm struggling, right? I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to be who I'm surrounding myself with. Not all that exciting. So the beginning, borrowed credibility. That helped me a lot with rejection, because they'd be like, well, what kind of money are you making, Kevin? It wasn't making a lot. So I would use Dave Daughtry and Jeff Altgilbers and Ray Muir. I would talk about their stories. I knew Dave Daughtry's story so well. Some people say fake it till you make it. I don't really believe in that terminology, because you're not really faking it. You're genuinely borrowing somebody who has already made it and lending their credibility to yours while you create your story. So show value. And the last is testify. I know that sounds funny, but testify. Because people, they can argue with all sorts of information. They can't argue with your emotion. They can't argue with what you feel. They can sit there and they can say, oh, well, that's slanted, or that's a very interesting way of presenting that. They can argue with information. Unfortunately, we get a lot of people who are skeptical. We have those Debbie Downers and negative Nellies, and stay away from them. Move on. Make sure that you're always informing and educating, but move on to those who are looking for us. But testify, because nobody can tell you how you feel. Nobody can tell you how passionate you are about something. So, quick recap, okay? They can argue with information. They can't argue with inspiration. So make sure they feel as much as they hear, okay? Now, a quick recap. We're going to talk about how to be great, right? It isn't permanent. It isn't personal. Show gratitude. Thank them for expressing and actually communicating what their concerns are. Show understanding. Be empathetic. Discover. Ask those questions and really find out what it is. Confirm, show value, and testify. I promise if you do those things, you'll be great. Those are the 8 steps to being great in the face of rejection. And I'm looking forward to you all implementing these things and being on your way to even greater success. Thank you.